The BBC should be put into special measures. You were the culture minister, Ed Vaizey. How do you respond to that?
Well, I've already responded to it. I don't think it does need to be in special measures. I think the BBC is a great institution. It's the drama, it's the news, it's the documentaries, it's the radio. It's got a huge spread. It's an anchor tenant for the British media ecosystem. A lot of people train there. A lot of the quality of our output is based on the fact that people have to compete with the BBC. There's lots of things I might change about the BBC, but we are very lucky to have it. It's a very powerful British brand and a very important institution.
But unfortunately for the BBC, I'd like your opinion, both of you, on this. They will still, many people, millions of people in this country will think Savile, then they'll look at this today, and that's what they will think, Adrian Mills, won't they? They will assume, a lot of people. They will.
Yes, of course they will. But Ed's absolutely right. If this person worked for a large supermarket chain, we wouldn't be talking about the supermarket chain. We'd be talking about the individual. And the people love to give the BBC a good kicking. There are 32,000 people working at the BBC. And I go back to things that we talked about in the past. Jimmy Savile, that only came to light with hindsight. He met the Pope, he met the Queen, he met Thatcher. Nobody realised there are bad eggs everywhere. But we're not necessarily saying that this person is a bad egg because it's only allegations.
Absolutely. Maybe the BBC's too big.
Well, maybe the BBC is too big. I mean, I've been on the front page of the newspaper telling them to close down Radio 1. There are plenty of things, you know.
That's your age.
This is a commercial station. Yeah, I want to keep Six Music. This is a commercial station. It competes with the BBC. You don't get a licence fee and a guaranteed income. You have to make your way in the world, and I particularly as well see that in radio, the kind of resources when I present on Times Radio compared to what the BBC has. So I do think the BBC should rein it in. But going back to kind of Lee Anderson and his comments, there's certain things the BBC does well, like local radio they should invest in, and other things like drama, which are really important. We all got views on what the BBC could and couldn't do, but fundamentally, particularly, funny enough, in an age of fake news, which is kind of part of this discussion, if you like, in an age of fake news, you want to be able to go to trusted news providers where you can get the facts, and the BBC keeps everyone else honest.
Very, very quickly, Dave will shout at me. Aid, you criticised The Sun, and that is your right, your opinion. They stand by their story. We reported what we said. But quick question for you. Social media companies, do they need to be held accountable as well? I mean, you made the point about all these presenters coming out today saying, well, I'm on air. Said Jeremy Vine. I'm on air. It's not me. That was the fact. But do you think the social media companies need looking at as well in the face of all this?
I think social media, we have created a monster. I think it would almost be impossible to put, as they say, the genie back in the bottle. Social media is what it is, but people are stupid sometimes when they use it. But I'm telling you, be very careful. I don't think you would be, because this has happened so quickly and everybody hit the internet, I don't think it would be controllable in any shape or form. But it is an allegation. Be very careful.
Listen, for now, both of you, thank you very much. Absolutely well said, Adrian.